The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, so as promised, here is the demonstration of the form builder that we discussed on Skype the other day. I've recorded it in GoToWebinar, converted it, and will send out to you once this is complete. So just a couple of things to remember, that this is a test site, it is our QA site, so if there are any glitches, that's why it's going through testing at the moment. So just to be aware that this isn't a live demonstration on a live active site. So first of all, the review forms, to set them up for you in the review, this place has changed. So rather than going into your course builder, you actually go into settings. So you can see at the top, you've now got the tab that says forms. So you would click on there. Which will open up what was called the form manager. You can see some of the tests that have been completed already during the testing. And then you go create custom form. So when you open this up, it's got the new user interface, but then you can see the same similarities on the other form, which will make it nice and easy to build. So obviously a title, so review from, say, 1, category digital review. Important to remember that anything that is set as a digital review will go into the contact diary automatically. Permissions is really important for your security as well. So this will tell you who you want to be able to actually view or save or edit the form. So it may be all of these people, including centre managers, can see the form. But the people that you want to actually save and submit the form, you would tick save and complete, so the assessors and the learner. And then obviously you'd have your work-based recorder as your employer that would save and submit the form. Okay, once you've done that, you add in a field. So you might do a section break at the top for a brief description. So initial questions, and then this might be how you find the program as a title. And then field settings, you'll go add a field, and then it might be a question box. So once you click on this, you can put in your first question. I'm just making up a question there. So then they will type in the form, and then you've got some extra bits that you should be aware of. So validation rules, this will help with if you want it just to be a number, an email address, maximum or minimum length. You can put that in there. So if you're expecting quite a chunky answer, you could put minimum length, and you could edit that to how much you want it. So you could say this does not meet the minimum length because you want it to be a minimum of 100 characters. You've also got them permissions. So this is enhancing that security process. So you've got who can actually modify this piece of text or the answer. So if that needs to be shown as secure, that only the learner can ever answer this question, you would make sure that the learner is in the permissions group and no one else. So when the assessor, employer, etc., anyone else logs on, they cannot write in that box. And again, some people actually put in a field that's a text box, and again put in the question of assessor feedback or employer feedback, for example. And then permissions, you would make that only the assessor. And the same again, if it was the employer, it would only be the witness testimony, the expert witness that can fill in that box. So you can see that it's blocked out for that person, which adds to that security. You can put helps, tips and messages in there as well. So if you want like an info bit on this box, so the little eye icon will hang over here, that you can hover over it and say this box should be for an assessor to give feedback or whatever it is that is your hint and tip within that box. And then once you save changes in this version, I will give it a go. Once you've saved changes, you can preview the form, and then you can see all the questions and all the boxes are starting to filter down, and you can jump to the fields that you want to do. So this is how the form will be viewed on the learner and the assessor side of it. Okay, so if I come over that, you can now see all the forms down here. Okay, so there's my review form 1, so you can view it, edit it and delete it all along the side, so you can have as many forms as you like. So I'm now just going to log out and log in as an assessor. Okay, so now in my learner, I'm going to search for the learner that we've done some testing on. Okay, so I'll just scroll down. Sorry, as I said, it is a testing site, so sometimes these things can happen. There we go. So there's my test learner. And then within the review functionality, you can see a highlight of all the reviews that have taken place, if they've been overdue. So that might support with the 30-minute timeout. So you can see that that was due for the assessor to do it at 2 o'clock, and let's say you set the learner to do it by 1:30, you can tell that it's overdue, which you can obviously export and see that. So from there, I want to create a review, and you can put in all your information. This will all be pre-populated: appointment type review, review type face-to-face. You can put in the planned end date, the start time and the duration, attended, whether it was yes, no or cancelled, when it was attended. So hopefully with your expectations it would be by, let's say, well, if it's lasting an hour, it would be, let's say, 1 hour, 1:45. Any notes can go in there. Again, just putting in anything down there. Contact diary is already selected as yes, and then related documents is put in there. So do you want to remember the entry yes, and then open the contact diary. All of your information has been pre-populated, and then you assign your form. So I would like the review form that I just did, and then I can open to complete it. So my assessor feedback, in there, I'd see all the learner bits, and then I would save. Okay. So you can require the learner and the company, the employer's signature as well. Any secondary assessors, you can upload any additional documents as in the current form builder. And then I just need to come out of this because in the test site it just does a bit of a circle. And then you can see here that review with me as an assessor was the planned end date, this how long it lasted, where it was, and it was attended, and the actual date it happened. Okay, so then you can see the contact diary entry, you can edit it, you can delete it up to the 30 days as usual. And then if I go to the contact diary, you can still filter by reviews. So you can see all the reviews, whether they've been acknowledged or not, all the description, the feedback, the location, the company, all the info that you would have inputted, when it took place, any related forms or documents, you can open and view them as you need. Okay. So obviously we'll come back to you on the bits of the logos. I know that you've made that a slightly lesser priority in as far as releasing. You can see that you can see the time and the date stamp of when it was completed, and we've spoken to Kirsten about how that needs to look, and you can filter that out. You can print this and export it, and you can view and complete all the forms within. Any questions, give me a shout as normal. Thank you.